All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back, hopefully, anyway, to Mecha Mondays. I'm your host, Fragath, and today we're going back, way back in the past, to Override Mech City Brawl. It's actually a relatively new game, but I have done a stream on it before, and a couple new DLC characters have released since then. So, we are going to be doing some arcade runs with them. Give them a spin. I have used them briefly in some PvP matches. Hopefully, with any luck, a guy I know will pop on and see me doing this and decide that he wants in, and maybe I can show off some PvP. That'd be cool. If not, oh well. We'll be content to mash monsters. So I'll, I guess, start at the end, really. So the most recent DLC that came out is for a mech called Mirai, which, if I'm given to understand correctly, is the Watchbot 2.0, but from the future, where Earth is overrun by totally not Getter Ray infused aliens, life form things. Playstyle wise, what little I've used of it, it's actually very different than most of the rest of the roster, particularly in that, most notably, rather, in that it does not have a proper dodge like the others, which will, like, zip out of the way in a little dash. Instead, it just kind of zooms around very quickly. Or away in this case. This draining heat or increasing heat the entire time, which means it is a pretty heat-heavy unit. It seems like its game design philosophy is basically to be on the offense 24/7. Because when it is going ham, it is very hard to get out of, which is great. It's pretty good, but you have to watch your heat. So I guess without further ado, it came bundled with a cute skin, which the Darkbot skin, which is basically the skin of the final boss, which I think is really cool. And in fact, I will probably play with that skin on. Well, maybe not. No, I won't. I will play with the default skin, and maybe we'll see from there. Okay, let me get out of the garage real quick. Oh, that's right, I meant to look at the other skins you could get for it, and I keep forgetting to do that. So, in addition to that, it's got a rice hat and pretty cool stuff. Oh, come on now. Click the right button there, friendo. So we've got some nice stuff. Oh, very EVA 1, 01. Very edgy. The infected skin, which I haven't gotten yet. That actually doesn't look like it's working properly. That's fine. A gold skin, which is gold and shiny. Anime skin, which is instantly familiar in terms of color scheme. Red foots. Blue and yellow highlights on a white basic exoskeleton. Oh yeah, I think we know that one, folks. Then you have the Oni skin, which are the legendary skins tend to be mesh changes, which are pretty cool. I'm quite fond of most of those. They're corny, but they're, that's how it is. Oh, that's right. I wanted to unlock the UFO accessory because it shows a UFO over my head. I'm not gonna do it now. Alright, so we'll go into arcade mode, and we will delete you. I'm still not... and we'll go with normal difficulty, because I think things are either going to be really easy, because I have not done I've not done arcade mode with Mirai yet. So for all I know, it's really, really good at it. Alright, I want to go to my mech bay. So... Huh. It actually starts you with the beam sword and shield. Interesting. Not what I was expecting, but okay. I can't help but notice I don't have an upgrade menu. Maybe I'll get that later. Question mark. Wonder if they did some changes to arcade mode while I was gone. So, critters. And it's piloted by an old version of the character who pilots the WatchBot 1.0, I believe. So, when you use one of your abilities, you get a sword poking out. Nope, because I don't have enough juice. I knew that. So, instead of dodging, I have to boost away. You're very fast, and it makes you very maneuverable, so you can easily get around people. But it builds heat like nobody's business. I have sort of an uppercut kick. Nothing too tricky there. What do we get? Confidence, health above 80%. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'd also like to show off Bellona, which I have gotten a bit more time in with and is just ridiculously busted. Or at least it feels ridiculously busted because it has an answer to absolutely everything. It's very good. Alright, so I don't actually have, apparently, an upgrade menu yet, if ever, which is a bit distressing. It's an under system, and I'm just really, 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 really dense. What I'm gonna do... I'll do a research boost and see what happens. Unless, of course, normal and hard are different now, in that hard is going to give you an upgrade menu and normal doesn't anymore. I do not remember this being the case, but perhaps my memory is flawed. It has been rather a while. There you are. So Egypt, I should have actively avoided because Egypt is really finicky. The only time to do Egypt is early on because things have a tendency to go horribly awry. So, after performing one of your specials, you get this arm sword, which makes you absolutely ridiculous. You also get this nice electrified armor, which is really nifty. At least PvP, it's really nifty. Ow. So that went pretty well. Now we'll see if I can do upgrades, because if I do upgrades, I'm going to be putting them into energy gain and heat management. What I'm going to do is, if it doesn't show up, I'm going to probably just start a new file and see if for some reason it just isn't appearing. No, I'm from Canada. Ah, it all makes sense. Adorable. So, research. There it is. So you have to do a research mission first now, I guess. Before you could put points in early. But for some reason they don't let you do that anymore. Maybe that was considered too cheap. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I could do. There we go. So coolant is going to be important. Actuators is nice and all, but being able to actually move around freely is going to be kind of a biggie. Well, I was going to aim for a weapons pack. Maybe I should have gone with that weapons pack before, because like the ideal is that you get a weapons pack that gives you ranged weapons early, so you don't have to worry about flooding the loadout or trying again and again getting melee weapons over and over, which is... The melee weapons are good in PvP, but PvE, not so much. Ow. Coming. There we go. That was a terrible decision, and I don't know why I made it. Yeah, you can see how quickly I overheat, so as you can imagine, not overheating is probably a really smarty pants type idea. Come at me. There's a knack to getting the timed strikes on that correct, and I do not have that knack. Haha! Get wrecked. That was pretty dumb. I admit it. can admit this to myself now. Clank. Since you gain time credit for every enemy you whack while you're at it. Yeah, it is pretty dope. Override is pretty dope. I really wish that there were timestamps on the chat. But no. No timestamps. I've told them. I've asked them for timestamps during the chat, but I do not get them. So what I'll probably do then, let me go to my research points and pop points into my Genesis drive first. It is traditional for me. I will go for the weapon pack in Mexico. And hope for, like, I don't know, pistols or something. Two-handed ranged weapons. One of those packs would be the ideal, but I'll accept one-handed, even though one-handed ones are generally kind of bad. In PvP, they never connect, or at least there's like a blaster pistol that just might as well not exist. Oh, cool. 2 for 1. So on normal difficulty, these are not posing anything that even resembles a challenge. Hard difficulty, they'll be like 4-shotting me. And this character definitely feels like it is very adequately prepared for this difficulty. For hard, that is. This is like... This is a bit too easy. Oh, that'll about do it. So there is no art here right now. Art, by art, I mean actually chaining combos. And I can do that. I promise. One of my bread and butters. Ah, perfect. Ranged stuff. Very much what I'm looking for. One thing I do like is that it'll give you a skin every mission you complete. Alright, so let me go into my armory, not mech bay. I do not need you. I'll put the blaster there. Put the Uzi there, the sawed-off there, and the actually good shotgun there. And I can't really do any research. I'm not going to put anything into armor or thrusters or actuators just yet. I'm saving up. Here we have our first actual fight, boss fight. I do not think he will be especially hard. Compared to the regular Watchbot, the Mirai, who is similar. Here's our prototype here. I don't either. I see nothing. So, when we say art, we talk. I mean, a lot of it is about, a lot of the PvP and PvE gameplay is landing a hit and then getting out of dodge. I don't think the prototype took any damage at all. Heh, classic. Classic. And here we have this Gribbly critter and his friends. And his friends, whom I'm going to ignore. That could have been done smarter. You cast a spell on me. Oh my goodness, please stop. Thank you. There, easy. I got cornered like a chump, but I got it's not exactly hard. Hard mode is hard. I will probably do Bellona on hard, because I need it to at least resemble a challenge. Bellona is very strong, in my opinion. I mean, maybe there's some hidden weakness I'm unaware of. Yeah, it's a new mod slot now. What did I get? Give me something good. Oh, well, that doesn't actually help me at all. In fact, that actively harms me. So we're going to equip it to make this remotely challenging. So yeah, after every mission you'll get a new skin. Well, not a new skin, you'll get a skin. You might get a new one. Let's see. I don't need more weapon packs, so I will just go for Meeny, Meeny, Mighty Mo. Wow, they actually changed a bunch of text for this one. That's nice. So again, he's from the future. Hell, one of the characters may or may not be an alien. Or a robot remote controlled by an alien? Something like that. So. Counterattacks, also a thing that I never seem to use enough. Oh, so there's little mage buffer things. I hate this. Let me go deal with this. Did I kill it? Apparently, I have slewn it. Naturally, there's another one to take its place. So... But yeah, it gets like a little dash attack when the sword is out and available. So it's... Mirai is it's pretty good. It's able to. Oh no, not these stinky things. These things are my bane and arch nemesis. I just don't want to get hit. Oh, nice miss. Twice. Not too shabby. Haha. Got him. Be out of ammo shortly. There we go. Oh, I see. It doesn't actually fire the kind of projectile I'm expecting. It's like a little beam. I see. Oh, not ideal. Come on, just go after the mage. There we go. Targeting with many enemies is a bit tricky, but doable. So every character also has a super or ultimate attack that they can, or desperation attack, which acts like a desperation attack. Basically, once your health is down low enough, you can perform some sort of a big, fancy, has a little cinematic cut-in ability. I have no idea off the top of... Oh no, I do remember what this one is. We will probably not be seeing it unless I allow it to occur, which I will not consciously do. Let's go into research and level up my coolant. And let's bob coolant up one more as well. Since I'm a bit more reliant on heat management at this point than I am on anything else. So I'm going to go with getting a random mod on hard and hope that I get something worthwhile. The one that's boosting my heat is, to put it kindly, pretty terrible. 25% damage is not helping me any. What is it, 3 to summon? Yeah, there we go. I forgot how terrible the sawed-off shotgun was. Oh no. Just get away from that. They explode. That wasn't too bad. So a lot of the game is about accurate prep time and knowing what you can get away with. So a lot of your moves will, with any mech, will make you relatively stationary, but you can usually do multiple actions at once, queue up multiple actions at once. So, okay, that was not ideal. Get away from that. And I did not do so very well. So while you're charging up a kick, because you're readying the leg, you basically have to go stationary. But while you're doing that, Ugh, that's absolute terror. That's garbage. That does me no good, but we'll equip it anyway because we have nothing better. But you can prep your arms. So you can do a kick, and then as you hit with the kick, you can release your arms, and you will slam them really hard. 2 punches at once. Sometimes, depending on the kick animation, it doesn't quite work the way you think it does, which is always unfortunate. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Japan. Let's fight during the day. And as far as research points are concerned, the better you do in the fight, the more research points you get. So don't get hit. Kill many enemies. So like this. Yeah. So that was also really bad. I killed one of them, so that's okay. And that was also okay. That, on the other hand, was not. And you have aerial sword attacks, which is really rad, and I did not remember at all. I think it's just 6 that I have. No, it's 8. Oh. That's how you can get more of them at once. Where are you? There you are. Oh, I forgot to lock on first. If you lock on, usually the AI will just run at you. So you can actually get those thrown kicks. Oh no, get off me. Not exactly my best day. So, in any case, I was talking about desperation attacks slash ultimate attacks, and this character gets a really cool Stoner Sunshine analog, thus further proving that clearly these guys love them some Getter Robo, and I wholeheartedly approve. They don't have like a strict combiner robot, but the game can be played as though it were one. Or a form-changing robot, really. Okay. Now, with any luck, let's say I have 900 points. What can I do here? I'm gonna increase my coolant. Do I have enough? No, I do not have enough for more energy drive. So in this one, what I'm gonna do actually is I'm going to remove the sawed-off shotgun from my armory because it is basically terrible. It's unfortunately very bad. It does not hit very hard, even if you have 2 of them at once. It is hit scan though, so it's actually okay for PvP. But here it's just like I need damage output, and it's doing like 8 damage a hit, and not doing anything else. So second boss fight. Which I'm not expecting to be especially challenging, although this boss has given me trouble before. My major concern is that I don't have so that is... Oh, goddamn birds! Birds in video games, as we know, are jerks. That's what I'm gonna do. What I said I was going to do. so he's actually giving me a lot of trouble. Much more than I would have thought necessary. Oh boy. Well, he's dead now. His moveset, incidentally, is kind of a, the boss I just fought is sort of a hybrid of a couple different, his special moves anyway are hybrids of a couple different mecha abilities. He's actually kind of reminiscent of Sitesh in a few ways, in terms of the, like, he's got a damage absorbing shield move, he's got, which he can then burst and cause damage with. He's got a few others, a big ground pound. Give me a good mod. Health regen would be nice, but not necessary. I'll take it. So while my health is above 80% rather. Oh, come on, install. Oh, really? Well, I guess we are replacing overcharged hits then, aren't we? Peace. Now I don't generate more heat. That's good, because it's overcharged hits too, you goofball. I read. Alright. Now for the first Mech v Mech boss fight. I don't really have anything to... What I may do is cheese this fight a little with a ranged weapon. I won't be able to kill her outright with that, but I will indeed be able to cause some harm. Could actually cause me more problems than solves. Unbelievable. That's not gonna work on me, sister. I actually improved the AI on her. Usually she just bum rushes you. Yes, item pods. They do, in fact. Oh no! So that's the shield move. It just looks totally different on the other guy. Oh. Wow, she's actually gotten quite a bit cleverer than the last time I fought her. Oh, nice. Okay, that's enough. Get up. Get up. Thwack, clang, etc. I have such fancy scarves. I am fabulous. It's true. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I will actually be interested to see how that operates on here. I'm assuming it's just going to make me move faster in general. At a guess. When I'm boosting. Because, again, normally when mechs do a dash, they just do a one chunk where they'll boost however many meters over X amount of time. X meters over Y time. And then that just shortens the time in which they go X meters. Whereas with this, I'm constantly moving while I boost. You can't normally stop a boost short. So I guess I'll go, because I don't need a weapon pack, and I'm trying to avoid Egypt because I've had missions on Egypt bug out more than anywhere else. So I guess Norway, because I haven't done Norway lately. Norwegians. Yeah, I should be able to get through 2 runs at the pace I'm going. even though hard is probably going to slow me way down with Bellona. But Bellona's also dumb busted. Oh, not too shabby. Not actually the move I wanted to do there. Oof. Maybe I'm faster? Question mark? That's right, I don't know anything. There we go. Now I can dual wield. Oh no, I can't, not with my energy sword out. That could have gone better. Pew pew. So, yeah. I'd compare the game favorably to like a power oh, here we go. So, Stardust is actually pretty gosh darn dangerous. For various reasons. Not the least of which is having some really good abilities in general. So I'm actually going to run away now. Away. That'll learn ya. That will also learn ya. I sense you are not receiving the education I anticipated from this. There we go. It's got a killer uppercut, which can both move it and can make space and knock you way in the air for follow-ups. Stardust has, I think I showed Stardust off on one of my previous streams actually. Stardust has an ability that makes it so that she does not build heat at all for a certain duration, which is crazy good. It means you can basically go ham. You activate that ability, you just rush in, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters, you just punch them to death. Punch, kick, just murder. Murder them into tiny little pieces. I'm getting an upgrade. She's really snarky. Oh, look at that. I have another mission. Over and out. So, in-game, Yoshio is a complete friggin' idiot most of the time. Well, he's your stereotypical hot-blooded schmuck, which makes him charming. I am 50 points away from being able to get that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that, call it good. So this way I'll earn more juice. Let's see. Random mod. I'm going to go with research boost. I'll save random mods for ones that are on very hard or hardest. So that's when I'm liable to get the good ones. Thank you very much. Usually. There is one that boosts your damage output by 50%, but makes it so that you lose 1% health per second or thereabouts. Every second. Ah! Well, you should have blocked that, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? So that's your basic combo with Mirai, is you do a little air hop and then 1-2 followed by 3-4, and I slowed that down to make sure it actually connected. It is remarkably hard to interrupt. also extremely heat expensive, which is its biggest disadvantage. It is very heat expensive, and right now I don't have, I don't think, additional overheat. Okay, I'm gonna just shoot him. Oh, I hit the other one. The little thing that jumped. That's embarrassing. Oh no. Ideally, you do not want to get hit by those. Or the explosion, for that matter. Oh, fine. Be that way. So, really easy to overheat. You'll notice I'm overheating like crazy. Very easy to overheat with Mirai. I think that will allow me to get the last one. Last coolant upgrade. Which will be good, Here we go. Oh, they're both research boosts. Oh well. That's fine, that means I get to upgrade my Genesis drive so that I'm gaining energy like crazy. We're going to, again, avoid Egypt. And go for Mexico. So, cute things about buildings, I may have mentioned this on my previous override stream, is that buildings, despite having all the consistency of paper, will eat projectiles. With very few exceptions. Oh, I missed. Oh no, not birds. Birds are jerks. Except when I'm doing like a falling knee to the face. Not quite how I wanted all that to go down. Or that! This is not fine. Oh no! Ow! So like if I grab this and I just start blasting. Oh, here we go. I can do a wield, so we're gonna do that. So the Uzis, as you can tell, run out of ammo like nothing. Oh jeez, this is an interesting confluence of events. Go away! Ow. Yeah, that combo is not... Oh, here we go. Oh, and I ran out, of course. Ah! He hit his friend. What a chump. Said the guy who just got bodied. Stab! If I jump up now, yeah, that thing will come back to haunt me in the worst way possible. Just avoid you for now. Oh no! Forgot he could do that in air. She, actually. That's not as easy to do as it looks. For them, it's not as easy to do as it looks. Ah, not the defenses. Ugh. Which isn't to say I have never... They're not hard. I have, I think, lost it once or twice. Usually, if anything's dying, it's me, though. That's probably not the smartest thing in the world to have done. We did it. We are going to be avoiding the little things a lot. No, I actually hit them. Cool. There's no way I was avoiding that. So, okay. I could have deployed if I was faster. My ult. But I did not. Okay, that's good. That mission could have gone a lot better. Alrighty. So we'll go to research. We will upgrade our energy gain, and so the next time we have a mission that grants research points, I should have that upgraded, and everything after that is basically gravy. Probably go for actuators and armor with a sideline and thrusters, probably. We shall see. So this is the flying giant worm snake boss thing, which is really annoying until you realize that you can just shoot it to death. If you have two-handed ranged weapons, or heavy weapons, I think it's called, and you get the rocket launcher, this is basically a joke, so long as you can connect with the rocket launcher. The intended way is you just wait for it to, well, stop flying around shooting little pew-pew Danmaku bullet hell bullets and come down and fight you, but intentions versus reality in video game design are two very different ideas. It's gonna try and come up under me. I just know it. There you are. Oh no! That was not optimal. That was even less optimal. I think that even missed me. Shit! Easy. These things have lasers now? That one does. Alright, give me something good. That's not what I was hoping for. Thorns does not get you kills. I'm gonna have to go for like mods exclusively after I get my energy gain, my super gauge gain upgraded, cause I need better mods than that. But at what cost? I don't know, maybe you should have, like, used different getter rays? Oh, here we go. So, against my better judgment, we're gonna do Egypt. Oh, come now, future Yoshio, you know this. Then again, he's from an alternate timeline, so who knows what he knows and doesn't know. I don't know. I'm gonna run up. There was an intention to run away from that, and an attempt. I could maybe... Wow, okay. That did not, in fact, block it. That's just spectacular. These things should not be giving me this much trouble. Oh my gosh, stop. Go home, Space Noids. I killed the bird. Oh shoot, let's kill that. This thing does not want to die at all. Not even slightly. Fortunately, though. In the future, we have shotguns. Yo, nice to see someone else knows the game. I have not actually checked up on the PS4 community for the game. I have it on PC, and there were a bunch of people on for a while. But right now, not too much lately, but I haven't exactly been active myself, so I guess that's I have no excuse for not knowing. Birds are jerks. It's a bit more like giant mosquitoes, but okay. Mosquito moth things. Alright. Dual-wielded shooty pistols. I know there's an active group of people who have like scheduled times, but I haven't joined the, I think it's on their Discord channel. But I have not checked the Discord channel in a while. I should do that. Because the game is a lot of fun in PvP, for sure. So either monsters aren't appearing because they're spawning underneath down there, which actually might be okay in this instance. So what often happens is enemies will spawn underneath this walkway. This level is really great. It's just a shame it doesn't work half the time. Or at least in PvE. Oh, there they are. Okay, they're spawning now. There we go. I have really bad peripheral vision, apparently. Not counting my bullets either, which isn't good. There we go. Alrighty. they're not attacking... me. Or they're attacking me, not the, so that's not the objective, so that... I didn't want to fall down here. So if I'm locked down, it's gonna be bad. There we go. So that went very well. I don't know why people think the game is bad. It's... I mean, it definitely isn't what I was expecting, I'll readily admit that. I think I was expecting something that was more like a traditional, like, virtual on, which this game decidedly is not. I'd still say it's maybe closer to a virtual on than it is... oh no, it's more like Power Stone, I guess, at the end of the day. Except you're controlling a robot. Power Stone meets, what's it called? Robot Alchemic Drive with dashes of other... I mean, you've got clear influence of stuff like Virtual On, but it's less ranged focus, much more about, you know, plan out your brawling. And with that, I'll go for research boost, so I max out my Genesis drive gain. I admit that, like, the first time I started walking through buildings, I was like, oh, this feels a lot floatier than I expected. But you get used to it, and you're like, oh, okay. So it's just not, you know, it's not slow either. It seems slow, but there's a lot going on that I'm doing at any given time. Or trying to do, I should say, because I'm really bad at arcade mode. I'm really bad at PvP too, but I thoroughly enjoy my time, even if I'm getting completely abused and bullied. It is pretty rad. PvP is great. Like, I would play this game alongside stuff like... Ooh, I didn't even know you could do that in midair. Huh. I'm gonna have to do that next time I'm playing PvP. I mean, I have dodged plenty of ults. Ults are or the desperation attacks, I forget what the game calls them. I keep calling them ults out of reflex. Oh, run away from that. But, like... some of them are distressingly easy to dodge. Now, I do agree that I tend not to like games that have like a getting damaged badly is almost desirable mechanic. But this game seems to do it pretty well because the ults are pretty manageable. See, that's the sort of thing I'm supposed to be doing the whole time. It's just doing like kick, punch combos. But ults are sometimes distressingly easy to dodge. Like, what's his name? The Retro, his name is Retro, I'm not sure now. Oh, wow, they're throwing a bunch of robots at me today. Yow! I'm gonna keep moving. His is, I don't think I've ever, like, you can connect with chunks of his. Oh boy. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now, if I weren't being pressured as hard as I am, I'd do that. Yeah, they do. They are very, very timing heavy. So, like, do it in the middle of a combo. Some of them are a lot easier to hit with than others natively, but some of them are great. Oh, okay. Yeah, autocorrect is a... See, I dodged some of that. Not as much as I'd like. Alright. they improve the AI behind the scenes when I wasn't looking? Because they're a lot trickier now than they were the last time I played, which was admittedly less than a month ago. So I'm probably just misremembering. There we go. Okay, now all I have to do is... Oh, I missed with some of my punches because I didn't do it right. There we go. But yeah, I'm really digging Mirai for sure, though. I did get a couple matches. I don't know if you tuned in at the beginning, Andrew J. I got a couple matches in with a guy I have played with. Oh no, there we go. Where we were both doing Mirai from time to time, and it's just different enough that it feels like playing an entirely different game. Which is part of why I'm having such a hard time here. But Mirai is pretty cool. But yeah, no, if you're getting hit by ults regularly, then it's a matter of just learning the game, in my opinion. I would say overall, though, the game is pretty balanced. There are some matchups that are pretty iffy. Like some characters have an inordinately hard time with other characters. Some characters also feel like Bellona feels way strong. Stronger, I would think. Yes, yeah, because Contessa's ult is all out away from her. Exactly. Bellona is crazy strong. I've had an immensely difficult time reliably dealing with Bellona. And I'll be using her in a couple minutes once I finish this arcade run. I'll do an arcade run with her. Just crazy. Go for actuators and thrusters. Since I don't particularly care what upgrades I get at this stage, because I've gotten the ones that I want. I know I can beat the game no problem without any armor upgrades, so long as I've got my precious energy gauge. Alright, or attack special gauge, rather. Random mod from Mexico. Let's get something good. I mean, the guy I've been playing against is about 3 times better than I am. He's very good. She's got an answer to nearly everything. I mean, her guard bash thing is just incredibly useful. Am I still standing still? Not quite. I just want to get out of the way. There we go. Why am I doing that? Come on. There we go. Oh, because there were 2 right there. I was going to say, I only did 2 attacks. What's going on? Good, I hit the, Yeah, Roka's a lot of fun. Just setting up traps with the, with the rocket punches can be pretty great, when it works. Oh, I want to hit the bird. Probably called Hawkmoths or something cool. When I'm doing PvP, I tend, well, before Bellona, anyway, who I've been trying to get better with, I tend to use... Oh, come on, what am I doing? I have a ranged attack. I tend to use... I did try to do well with Pescado, but I can't really. I'm just no good with him for some reason. I like the wrestler lifestyle, but I can't seem to play him well. But I try for the totally not a Virtuaroid. Won't forget her name. And Oh, gosh. What's the one with his head in a bowl? I can't remember their names right now because I'm trying to multitask. I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. Ah, explode, why don't you? Cut that pretty tight in terms of energy. Or heat, rather. Kokata! Yes, that's the one. Ah, here we go. Oh. And this, I believe, performs stuns. Or is it boosted damage? I can't remember now. Because I can't remember the numbers. I think it's boosted damage. There we go. Boosted damage. I haven't tended to use that this arcade run because I prize moving around a lot. Very highly. I haven't had much breathing room. That's your basic 4-hit combo. Oh no! I can dodge this. I could have dodged that if I weren't overheated. Why did I jump up in the middle of that? That was really dumb. So after all my brazen talk of dodging ults, I have dodged basically none of them so far that have occurred. I'm not sure what hit him there. I didn't. I don't know how he died. I'm okay with it. Alright. Much better. Heat dissipation, good. Yeah, Stardust I have played a bunch of. Stardust is another one that's really crazy. Let's see. For heat dissipation, I think I'm just gonna probably replace Thorns. Yeah, I don't need Thorns. Heat dissipation, good. Because I need to lose heat like crazy. What's the name of the orchestra conductor robot? Probably something like Symphony? I don't remember now. He's good, but extremely energy heavy. So most of your time is spent just kind of punch kicking things to death, and then like occasionally getting in a status affecting ability. His ult is also incredibly easy to dodge once you realize that just walking away or just walking around is enough most of the time. Of course, once he does get you in his clutches, then you have a problem. But he's all about exploiting. Oh, here we go. All right, so we're on the moon already. Cool. Very cool. Maestro, that's the one. I have tried with him to be good in PvP, but I've not had as much luck as I would like. I mean, if you can connect, so long as you have like a really solid pattern in your head for how you're setting up a sequence of events, he's very good at trapping. And I do normally like, in games like this, a character that's good at trapping, but he has not quite sunk into me for me yet. Which isn't to say he's bad, it's more to say that I'm just not good with him yet. I need more practice. And it's hard to get realistic practice against the AI, although it is definitely better than it used to be. On launch, it just kind of sat there half the time, but now it actually seems to fight back, which is good. So this, I'm not... It will be a good death. It will be. That was mistimed. That was badly timed on my part. Fortunately. Yeah, it just kind of happens. Like, I always feel like, oh yeah, I just did a couple missions and now I'm fighting the final boss. Ooh, nice dodge. I am just that good. I shouldn't be cocky, because he'll probably bully me badly. Maybe, like, I don't know, one more boss that shows... Or maybe more explanation on the whole infected mechs thing. Because they just sort of start showing up and you're like, I don't know what this is all about. Oh, not quite ideal. Okay, fine. I don't know what he's doing up there, jumping around. Yeah, they don't. And it's okay. I mean, it serves its purpose. The arcade mode is like it's several times better than I ever expected it to be. It's much, much better than I thought it was going to be. Mostly because when it was coming out, I wasn't expecting an arcade mode at all. I was like, it'll just be PvP, it'll be fine. And then it has this actually fun arcade beat 'em up mode. Difficulty has some interesting spikes for sure. Okay. I don't even remember if this guy can block. I don't think he can. He can hit me like a truck, though. There we go. Ah! Because he went down a little. My punches missed, I think. There we go. Much better. Not especially hard on normal. Hard difficulty, which I'll be doing with Bellona, because I need something that resembles a challenge, is going to be a bit harder. Mostly because they just make it, like, difficult missions right from word go, and not really because it's substantially more challenging. Just, you know, enemies are tankier, and hit you much harder. Oh. Is he really going to commit Sudoku? I'll definitely try that. Not sure what the connection is, but catchy name. Cute. I do like the text. The snark, the dialogue can be quite entertaining. Oh, that's right. I can't skip the credits. Apparently. So I'm just going to sit through the creds. They're short, so it's no big deal. Also, I've gotten my infested skin for this character, which is good. I do like that it's a game that actually has unlocks. I miss that. I love its cosmetic system. Its cosmetic system is really good in terms of being very benevolent and lenient. You know, every match you do, you're going to get something. It might not be something new, and if it's not new, then you get some in-game currency which you can spend on getting something new. So eventually you'll get everything just by playing a lot. Which I think is great. Not enough games subscribe to that model. Alright. Infected, not infested. What am I talking about? I've always found it questionable as to how they've set up their, and I will set that to my infected skin right now, which is very purple. Huh, normally it's got the nice scraggly beat up look. Oh well. This is fine. And let's go with accessory. So what did we get? Siren? Oh, we got the siren. Cool. Puts a little siren on the side of my head. Actually, I think it's different on some of them. Some, I want to say one of them, it's on the center of their torso. Probably Roca. If that is how that is pronounced. I'm not going to equip that for now, though. So, Crystal and Kokata are the ones I usually play. Crystal can be really easy to do well with, I feel. At least I have a much easier time doing well with Crystal. Um, since she's got all kinds of movement abilities and stuff that locks your enemy down. Kokata is much more about, he feels like I'm playing virtual on, like he's just doing all kinds of stuff that's allowing me to do area control and evasion. So being from a virtual on background, that's kind of what I gravitate towards. So what I'm gonna do... Yeah, and you get, usually the beat up version is the infected skin, which you'll get, unless it's in here somewhere. Yeah. Like, for instance, picking at random, the infected skin for the Watchbot 1.0 gives them that nice covered in lightning look, whereas the infected skin for Mirai, infected, which is unlocked just by going through the campaign, which I admire, is this kind of a bright purple. I wonder if there's a good reason. Alternatively, I can go with the dark bot scheme, which is also very cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the garage, go to arcade, and I'm going to do a run. Yeah, the system they have where you have to manually delete your save every time you want to start a new arcade run is just kind of silly, in my opinion, but that is just me. Where's Bellona? There's Bellona. We're going to do a run with Bellona. On hard, no less. How great is that? I have no mods, that's right. And you can't do the pre-mission 1 upgrade like you could back when it first came out. I always forget these things. Alright, I'm going to get a quick swig of water. So, Bellona. Yes, yes, yes. We will skip much dialogue. Bellona's got a bit of everything. I'll show that off shortly. Piloted by Octavia. She will have to do it all herself. So for starters, nothing too special with her kicks. She's got a sweeping kick. Sweeping kicks can be good. I love doing rider kicks from the air though. Alright, so she's got a shield toss, which does go through buildings, last I checked. Unlike most projectiles, so you can use it to really mess up someone's day. In fact, I will find a building and see if I can throw it through there. Here we go. I think it got eaten by the outside screen. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have multiple save files. That's like my one gripe with arcade mode at the end of the day. This is just like, I have to delete this every time. There's also not much point in having the file there unless they now let you go. There we go. Use buildings. Let me... No. They're not giving me the positioning. I'll do it at a later time. So she's got a thing that I would like to show off. Come on. Oh boy. Here we go. That, which is bread and butter. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it'll lock your enemy down really nicely. She's got a spear that'll jump up from the ground. And she's got a shield, which you can just do a bash with. On command, you don't have to wait to do a counterattack, you just do it when you want. Ain't no big thing. she's crazy. Like, in most of the Gundam Versus titles, anybody who plays Exia is my kryptonite. Anybody who in this game, anybody who plays Bellona just will destroy me. Because she has so many good answers to anything you can do. She's got ranged attacks, she's got really good melee, she's got variety, she's got movement. Ooh, on death, revive with 5% health. Well, hopefully we won't be dying. But I'll take it. I do not intend to die this this particular run. Oh, cool, got the poet skin. Nice. Fancy skins from Maestro. How ridiculous. Her. She is so salty. Well, she's just consternated. I forget what her deal is, but it doesn't really matter at this stage because we're going to skip most of the dialogue. Here we go. So I've got to do research. We'll go with an easy because that'll give me more points to work with. Higher difficulty and better performance means more points. So my bread and butter with her is going to be that dash forward slashing a lot attack. Particularly here. Honestly, I'm just going to use the sword as a melee weapon, or a ranged weapon rather. So this is, I'm pretty sure, hard difficulty. It has not really spiked yet. You'll start seeing harder enemies earlier. So I'm going to be doing this a lot. And apparently that decided to miss half of it. These enemies have always been finicky as all get out. And, oh yeah, she's got that little damage aura, which will come very handy later. Ack! That was not quite what I wanted. Okay, fine. The ranged one dies first. I get it. I get it. For a second there, I didn't think that hit. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to do much against those guys. They do not get staggered properly. Oh, they've got super armor. That's fine. These guys, on the other hand, also not taking the bait. As you can see, they are indeed doing more damage to me than on normal difficulty. That's how you hit multiple enemies very hard at once. This, I'm going to get my little spinning sword things out. Oh, that's interesting. It does not hit that. With that, I did not know that. Is going to make this a little trickier than it was going to be. That's fine. I have other tools. Many, many other tools. She's got tools for every occasion. In fact, really the only thing she doesn't easily have is dedicated trapping abilities, although I guess the shield toss counts. Mostly you just trap enemies into overcommitting, and you're like, oh, by the way, I can lock you down and cause you many problems. So in all the other character dialogues, people are like, oh yeah, remember the Iron Lady? How cool was that? And so Bellona is the Iron Lady, and she most certainly has earned the title. Okay. So I'm going to go, as always, for Genesis Drive first. Yeah, 3 levels in one go, because I am extremely reliant on using my energy. And I'm going to go for weapon pack, so I can maybe get a ranged weapon, if I'm lucky. Because a ranged weapon will help a lot. Ah, there you are. Did not knock very many buildings over. Nope, I take it back. Those do not, in fact, go through buildings, but then again, that one also explodes, so maybe. Oh, can't miss. Enemy, the monster hitboxes are kind of questionable. So let's, no, it does not go through buildings. I take it back. Then projectiles going through buildings is indeed consistent. Oh, there he is. Big guy behind me. I forgot you could do a drop with that. I was meaning to throw the shield. Go. There you are. So the difficulty she's having here is she doesn't have many abilities that are particularly high damage in one go. Oh, perfect. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Ranged weapons, worth a gosh darn. Ranged weapons are good for absolutely everyone, even mechs with a strong ranged focus, because they're free. I'm going to go to Armory. Armory. There we go. so that... No? There we go. Don't think I can... Yeah, I can. That's fine. That should actually cover me. Alright, so now from here on out, it's all about getting random mods or research boosts. So I'll go for the random mod for now. You are not Sugoi. Ah, that's too bad. This one is extremely dangerous to use because you are slow when using it. But it's also very effective. Yeah. Where'd you go? There you are. And that left him nice and open for doing a follow-up.
Fine.
Not fine. Not fine at all. Would have been nice if all those hit, but okay. Not having any of that. Okay, fine. Fine. Run more, dude. There we go. So I'll show off her ult. Fine. I can do that. She remains basically stationary. And I just got killed. So that's fantastic. So that mod actually came in handy. I was not intending to die that early. That one thing was not giving me much of a chance. Oh, here we go. Health regen. That'll be good too. Health regen will be good. So yeah, now, because I've gotten some good mods early, this is pretty much going to be a walk in the park, he said. Okay. So we'll do the Russia story mission. Who are they trying to protect? also like the general art style they've gone with. It makes for a nice hybrid of a couple different stylistic ideas in terms of both mech design and general overall imagery. They wear their influences on their sleeve. Very catty dialogue there. That may be disingenuous, and I apologize. Alright. So for this, pop little spinning swords, and just kind of wade in on them, because that'll work. Or I can just, grab this. That's fine. Where are you? Where are you? Who's this guy? Oh, he's way out there. Oh. Oh, that's just fine. Fine. They do have substantially more health and do substantially more damage on hard. Other than that, nothing too crazy. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the minigun for the assault rifle for my summonable. So that I've got plenty of assault rifles lying down. Those are much easier to move around and use. Less commitment. Alright, what did we get? What did we get? Something useful? %50 more skill charge gain for damage done, and 50% less for damage taken. That actually is okay. That would help someone like Stardust immensely, because they could just go, I'm never going to overheat now, and just wail on things, and then just have full gauge all the time. Okay, so we'll go for research boost, I think. Once I switch these. There we go. Because I need to start boosting some stats. Just a few more minutes. Oh well. Alright. Clang, 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 clang. They started making those show up. back in the groove. Go. Should about do it. Yeah, there we go. Very good. Splendid. Pretty sure I already have a black headband, so I'll just get some credits for that. That'll be nice. Alright, so we'll go to research and upgrade that. I'll probably wind up improving either actuators or armor next. Just to give myself the edge. Alright. Meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with Morocco. Well. Ugh. These things have consistently given me trouble this entire run. They tend to give me trouble anyway. This run has been particularly bad. Where are you? Ah! Right there. One of the advantages that spinning swords thing has going for it is that it does not care if you are getting beaten up. It is going to deal damage regardless. That is going to be very handy here. I'm going to be relying on that pretty heavily, if I'm honest, to deal damage while I'm getting knocked around silly. See, I thought I did a bit better than that, but okay. That's fine. Alright, more research. Let's go with Bhutan. Yeah, let's go with Bhutan. Haven't done Bhutan in a while. Lots of terrain here. Oh yeah, they are definitely starting to get meatier. let's get our chain gun action going. Very nice. Very bad spot. So I am very much cornered. Targeting is kind of questionable. Come on. There we go. Ow. Of course it missed. Why would it connect, right? Where are they? These gosh darn ranged ones have always had super finicky hitboxes. I'm not thrilled with it. Oh no, no. Okay, so I need to run away. Trying to attack them with my ult will just end in tears. And that missed, because I'm clever. There we go. Hopefully that'll be it. Yeah, there we go. Whoosh. There we go. That should get me my next level worth of Genesis drive gauge gain. There we go. And I just need 1,000 after that, which should be from whatever next mission I do that gets me research points. And I'll probably just start stacking points into armor or actuators or both. Maybe I will do both. This boss fight will be interesting for sure. This guy has tended to give me more trouble. Because he just kind of swamps around a lot and does shielding gimmicks. And this is on hard, so he's going to hit like a truck. And take a lot of damage to kill. So we're just gonna do a whole lot of safety stuff. Ah. So he's just going to ignore that. Clearly. Wonderful. Making it happen. And that's what we do here. We make it happen. Oh, cool. There's the effect from when I jabbed the thing up under him. Neat. Alright, what did it give me? Watch, it'll be thorns. Oh, that's interesting. 35% damage reduction at low health. Huh. It's trying to give me all these crutch mods. I appreciate it. When I'm getting bullied, those will help. Okay. Do we go for this whole thing again? Where we get to fight Satesh. Which is where it'll be much easier to see just how useful Bellona is in PvP. This is why you do your own maintenance. Lea Iaka Est. Yeah, okay. That was pretty predictable. So yeah, PvP, they just get hit by that. You can't do a whole hell of a lot. So if you have a lot of energy stored up, you can really ruin people's day. Like so. Or, you know, she'll do that. That's fine. Ah! There's a way you could combo that. I haven't gotten it down yet. So many, I should say, the mechs have a way of dealing with stuff like that. Some ability that allows them to break out. I don't have to worry though, because I can just shield block like this. It is the cheapest stuff in the world. And you just follow up and they die. In PvP, she's pretty rude. You can dodge that, and that's really the only way you're getting away from it. It doesn't do much damage, which is the other disadvantage. It is not a particularly heavy hitter, but it is very reliable. Incredibly useful tool. It buys you as Bellona some breathing room, which is great. Quick get up window 50% higher, quick get up impulse increased by 50%, recover 20% faster from stuns. Actually, that is quite good. I will replace emergency armor with that. Because I already have unshakable will, which is going to do what the other is doing, except, you know, I shouldn't be dying in the first place. I shouldn't be getting down to less than 35% health in the first place. Alrighty, so we'll go for a research boost. United States has a bit more breathing room, but Norway I haven't played on very much. I like that. I like the Norway map, it's cute. It's like a train. Oh. Oof. It's very, very, very durable today. Oh, it's because I'm on hard difficulty. That actually went pretty well. I had concerns. Difficulty with the Norway map is it is pretty tight. Not an especially large map. Ah, I thought I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Those damn birds. Ooh. That's nice. That's not. There we go. Oh, here we go. Metagekon. Which will be relatively easy because I can just kind of keep doing that all day. Yep. Oh. See, I knew you would do that. And I'm still gonna cheese him for it. See, I'm actually in a really good spot, or bad spot, to get hit by this. Well, that's very dodgeable. If it hits, though, you have a huge problem. Okay, that's enough of that. Ah! I had one job. And that was to hit him with that follow-up. One job, I say. That was the entire clip. I knew it. They're very durable. Normal now. Much easier to kill. Oof. Got him. There we go. Research boost. There we go. Much better. More cup holders. Ha. Amp up my damage. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Go for research boost. Go for the research boost. Oh! Didn't react quickly enough. Being buffed right now, which doesn't help. Where is this goddamn mage? Let's have some words. This ugly son of a gun. There will be much brrr this day. Try to focus this thing down. Oh! Building up. I believe those are the slow... Yeah, I do not want to get hit by that. I don't want to get hit by this either, for that matter. Oh hey, we're getting ult showcases, so that's something. They're not doing anything. I am immediately suspicious. Oh no, does the AI not work with, Oh, that's a shame. Shoot, can we get this over with then? Yes. Yes, I can do that. just had to find him. You cannot easily get up here, so I'm gonna do that. And it's cheesy. I agree. It is very cheesy, but I feel like winning today. It's not gonna be enough to kill him. Come on down. Is that it? That is it. Alright, moving right along. It's gonna go a bit over time budget, but that's fine. Very good. Lots of research points. Which you can use to get mods anyway, if that's all you decide to focus on. Go. As you can see, mod research and weapon research. I mean, I've never had to do it, but it is an option. It exists. Alrighty. Let's see what's next here. What do they decide to throw my way? Probably because it's getting healed. Come on. Target the other one. There we go. Good boy. This frassing gosh darn thing. I love the way they scuttle. I do like that, and it's cute. Okay, so I did a lot of things wrong there. It's okay. Now it's not okay. Come on. I do need to actually kill these things. Jeez Louise. I don't know how that missed, but I'm not complaining. Great. Okay, keep shooting at those. Probably gonna throw the little self-destructing things after me in a sec, which will just be splendid. tend to keep doing stuff more or less like that. I gotta get away from that, because the exploding things are gonna make my life very difficult. And possibly kill this, which has happened. This is really easy to see life gauge on it. Yeah, like that. God damn it. Okay. Why not? I'll try for a random mod and see what I got. Me dying isn't the problem, it's that objective. Oh, you knew you shouldn't have picked Egypt. Okay. Again, love the Egypt map, but it just breaks. It breaks so regularly. Oh, that's less than ideal. It's gonna throw the hammer and it's probably gonna hit me. Ah! It didn't. As you can see, ult's not usually that big a problem. I know better than to do that. There it is. Shoot! Oh, cast that goddamn mage. As in any RPG campaign, Shadowrun especially. I love shouting for any enemy encounter involving anything remotely magic-like. Geek the Mage. As in, make it not live. As in, punish it for its insolence. Alright, where are they? Of course. I hear many enemy noises. How I dodged that, but I am certainly not going to complain. mostly stealing with all these enemies at once, that's the problem. It's not a game designed for many targeting. 2v2 is a hell of a lot of fun, though. Do I already have a quick recovery 3? No, I have quick recovery 2. What improved? Oh, better recovery from stuns. Okay, that's fine. That's not too bad. I need that, because there's a lot of stunning that occurs. Lots of stagger stun and hit stun and just general violence to the body. Grievous trauma. Alright. This is why I got ranged weapons, by the way. We'll see what mod it decides to drop me, and I'll figure out what to swap it out for if it's any good. There we go. Oh, I was gonna say, why is it coming after me, man? What's it doing up in the air like that? Well, it's gonna come up right under me. Ask and thou shalt receive. This one just refuses to come down. Have I not dealt enough damage? Maybe I've dealt too much damage, that's the problem. Well, if I've got to kill it all in midair, then I've got to kill it all in midair. That's the way it is. That's fine. There we go. Easy. Really tight art style, really varied art style as well. Lots of cool influences. Isn't that what I had? No, I had that for the previous one, and that really does not do me all that much good here, other than getting better flying air kicks. I think the get up recovery window is a bit better in this instance. So I think I'm going to stick with what I've got. I'm going to discard it. But at what cost? Asking the real questions. Alright, got research boost for days. Let's see. That's right. We'll do Norway again. We shall pine for the fjords. Ah, not these damn things again. Blech. Wow, they really went all out with picking enemies that drive me absolutely stark. That's not what I want to be locking onto. Oh boy. Well, they actually killed the enemies I was worried about, so it's all good. This is going to be a little trickier than I would have liked. There it is. Shoot. Keep the mage. There we go. Oh. Oy. Oh. Jeez Louise. So, what made me worth mentioning at this stage is that the game is very much not balanced around arcade, it is very much balanced around the PvP. So, things that work in PvP do not necessarily work here. So, a lot of characters can't really deal with those little short, obnoxious shrimpy things. Exploding ticks. They are. Jeez, they just keep coming. just keep coming. Ouch! Nice dodge. He said. Something else. Nope, nope, that was it. Thank goodness. Ugh. That one just dragged out a bit too long for my taste. But, on the plus side, I got a big honking load of upgrade that I can do. In this case, I'll just boost my actuators to max, and then the next one I should be able to do the same for my armor, which will be good. Ah, yet another nest. But I'm irritated that it did. Oh, this will be a bit obnoxious. This is not exactly going according to plan. Decidedly not. Ugh. Saving grace is that it's hitting them too. Oh. Tomato juice. Okay, now I can actually focus on the robot. Focus, I mean, I'm going to shoot it a lot. Like so. Oof. Alright, what are they going to throw at me now? Nothing too crazy so far. So they're not throwing the little speedy ones at me. go. Next. Oh, I can indeed hit them with that. Very nice. Oh yes, that is indeed what I'm hoping for. Ah, very good. And I think one more and that is the final boss. At that point, I will call it for today, but I do this every single week, so just, you know, with different mecha games every time. And random mud, but it's on Egypt, so this may be the run killer, unfortunately, but we'll find out. I hope it is not. Because Egypt is so darn finicky. If there's a defense mission on it, it might be it. It might be the run. Oh my god. I was gonna say, I need to get out of there. Does not constitute getting out. Ugh. There we go. Next. I meant to do that. That right there. Multiple xenotypes inbound. I was wondering when they were going to throw one of these at me. Waiting for one. Ah, not quite what I wanted to do, but I can make it work. Come on down, dude. The water is fine down here. Definitely no blood sacrifice altars at all. No, really, it's Egypt, so there aren't. Shifu, this guy right here. He's pretty good too. He's got some like shoryukens and hadoukens and such. He's quite good. Ah! Didn't hold it long enough. Also has his ult, which is pretty nasty if you let it connect, which I won't. And didn't. On the other hand, that does mean he is low on health at the moment, which is very good for me. Where are you? That is still not it. Behind me. Oh boy. Pretty well. Cool. No bugs or anything. I'm like 3 Egypts for 3. So maybe they fixed it. They didn't the last time I played, but that was before Mirai came out. So skill up adds an extra charge to the skill bar. Can stack. Oh, I will take that. In fact, I'll use that and replace impact battery with it. That is pretty good. Oh, cool. Another new fancy shiny skin. Awesome. Alright, and I think that's it. Isn't it? So it should be the moon. Yep, there we go. And this is going to be relatively easy, because except for the final part's going to be tricky, but I'm not overly worried about that because I can just keep my distance and machine gun him to death if I have to. I'd rather not, but I will do it. I will do it in a heartbeat if that's what it takes. Did my mech not appear there properly? Because I think it's supposed to be standing there. Yep. Invisible mech. Cool. Let's hope that doesn't remain true when the actual fight starts. So there are bugs. There are definitely bugs. They happen. Mostly things will seem to hit when they do not, but that can be attributable to many different causes. Fruit basket. Oh, he actually juked me on that one. save up some energy for the final form. Oh no! See, I dodged part of it. I didn't dodge it at all. And so for this part, I'm going to get the spinning swords and basically just ride it. Get all up in its grill. And cause it problems. Where do you go? There he is. Disadvantage. So he's not going to care much at all about the attacks that I do to him. Actually, I can try doing. Nope, doesn't care much about that, really. There we go. Easy. Just sat there and took it. I'm at least 50% sure my mech is supposed to be visible here, but it is not. By the way, you should probably message Dr. Fujiwara. She hijacked a ship to come save you when I said you wouldn't make it. That's adorable. Alright, so that was 2 solid runs of Override Mech City Brawl. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. If you like other mech games, or are interested in seeing other mech games, tune into my Mecha Monday streams. Same time, same station. I also have my Warframe Wednesday stream, which is on Wednesday, and then my Storytime Saturday stream, which is on Saturday. Warframe Wednesday, naturally I do Warframey stuff. So this week, probably the new Corpus Gas tile set, Gas City tile set, and some of the content associated with that, assuming it drops tomorrow, which would be nice. And then Storytime Saturday, I'll be reading some nice pulp science fiction stories for you all, and that'll be fun too. Alright, thanks for tuning in if you tuned in. If you didn't tune in at the time, please feel free, but I don't mind if you watch it after the fact. Thanks to everyone who showed up and commented, had discussions, sort of semi one-sided delayed discussions, and I will see you again next week. Thanks again. Bye. Have a good one.